Ladies and gentlemen, Werewolf Meat has been out for 3 weeks and honestly, the truth about this game is nothing like what the media said it would be. Players are still shocked, the critics are confused and Western AAA studios are getting very nervous. So let's break down exactly what's happening. Most games peak in the first week, Werewolf Meat instead did the opposite. Because 3 weeks later, TikTok clips are still going viral and player count is still rising after almost 3 weeks, streamers still discovering new systems, Reddit is eating thousands of comments, YouTube keeps being even more flooded with guides, boss fights, reactions, builds, basically all expectations were surpassed. This is extremely rare for a free RPG. Usually the hype dies immediately, but this game is gaining even more traction with time. Back when the first trailer was released, people, and myself included, expected the game to look good, but nobody expected the gameplay to stay this fun after dozens of hours. 3 weeks in and players are praising combat animations that feel handcrafted, boss fights with insane creativity, movement that makes every open world game look like a shame, actual enemy variety in every region, a world that feels alive instead of checklist design. The only unfortunate part is that yes, there are rough edges, but the core gameplay loop is amazing. It's so addictive. The real truth after 3 weeks is this: Werewolf Meat didn't just launch successfully, but it exposed a weakness. A weakness which represents a free game from an Eastern studio that is now outperforming $70 AAA releases, shooters with billion-dollar budgets like Fortnite or Rainbow Six, games that spend more money on marketing than development, and much more. If a free RPG can deliver this level of animation, world building, content, and player retention, what excuse do Western studios have? None. When a Western open world game launches, IGN and the usual outlets push it everywhere. But in the case of this game, they responded with total silence and minimal coverage. There was no hype or no interviews from the developers for them. Nothing. But it didn't, because players are carrying the game by themselves, and that's even more powerful. The players, the casual everyday people, are doing more coverage than the media itself. This is insane, and they're doing coverage for a game that is not perfect, because after 3 weeks, here are the main issues players constantly mention. And I even noticed this. There are textures that don't properly load or pop in correctly. There are minor frame drops in crowded areas, especially in big servers. Server instability on peak hours. Price of some cosmetic is a bit questionable. Yes, it's undeniable, but here's the truth. Performance is still shockingly stable for a launch this massive, and the monetization is overall fair for a free game that offers this much, and should be rewarded, because most AAA games are unplayable on day one. This game, on the other part, runs smoothly at 60 FPS for everyone on console and PC, so why are the people complaining? I don't know. But now let's talk about the future of this game, shall we? Because based on how fast the devs are responding to player feedback and patching the game, adding content and communicating with the community, it's clear that this is just the beginning. One update is already coming. There's one small update that will fix all of these issues in a few weeks, and if updates continue at this pace, this game could become massive and the number one in the genre of Souls-like / MMO RPG, something like that. It could be basically the next Genshin Impact, or the blueprint for a future open world RPG, or basically the blueprint for a new style of game. Basically it will be the biggest Eastern breakout in years since Genshin Impact came out, and this is the kind of momentum that they deserve and that turns a great game into a phenomenon keeps on going. I love this game. This game is insane. It surpassed and destroyed every expectation. It shocked me to the core, me and many others. It embarrassed lazy AAA studios, and it proved once again that innovation wins over money. That passion in the long term wins over greed, over money. The hype is not slowing down. It's not. It's only getting started. More videos from the community are coming and I love it. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. Peace out.